What are you supposed to do on the set of a photo shoot? I would love to tell you. Hi, I'm Paige. I'm a commercial photographer and videographer in Los Angeles. I'm going to tell you today what all of the roles are on a photo shoot set, because there can be really big teams, there can be really small teams, and I'm going to tell you how we bring that all together. First, I work with people who want to set the curve in their industry instead of following a trend. We make photo, video, and website design. We have fun here. So if you'd like to learn more, visit my website at paigeray.com. You can check me out on Instagram at paigeraycreative or follow along here. I'm still trying to figure out YouTube, and I definitely want to be here a lot more often. So like, subscribe, comment, whatever feels good. I would love to have you here following along on this little internet journey of mine. All right, let's get started. Let me make a disclaimer. This is how I see the structure on a set. These roles can move around. There can be different priority placed on these roles. There can be different hierarchy placed on these roles depending on the project. And that's okay. I'm going to tell you how I usually see a project structure working. If you see it differently, that's totally fine. That does not bother me. The first role on a photo shoot set is the client. They're going to be approving everything. They are the top of the pyramid in terms of approvals. They might not be generating all of the ideas. That's what they hire us for. They do have final sign off. I've worked with all different sizes of brands, and working with big brands can be really fun because if you're mostly working with the representative, they kind of give you the skinny on everything. They'll give you the inside gossip and they'll help you out. They want you to succeed. If you're trying to get on board with a big brand, oftentimes they will collect bids from multiple different creatives to make a final decision on. Now, it's that client that's going to make the final decision, but the representative that you're going to be working directly with from the company, they probably played a hand in getting you hired, and they want you to succeed. They want you to win at this. So they're going to help you out. They're going to answer your questions, and they're going to be a good time. Oftentimes, like if you have a really tight relationship, like they'll give you the inside gossip on what's going on, and that will actually inform your process and help you be more successful within this project. So I love working with brands of all sizes. Every project is different. It's got its own challenges, also its own visions, and I just think that's so cool. I feel really lucky to get to do what I do, like every day. Okay. So we've got the client at the top, but you probably already knew that. So at the top of the pyramid, we have the client, and then we have, working in tandem, is the creative director and the producer. I think most people would tell you that actually the creative director is really at the top of the pyramid, and that's true. The creative director is not only creating the vision for the whole shoot, but they are pulling it along. They are moving everything forward with it, putting together the team that's going to get us there. The producer is much more in the technical aspects of it. They're doing coordination, they're doing scheduling, they're doing call sheets, they're talking to the individual team members to get everybody on the same page. That's a really fun job too. I've worn all of these hats. The creative director under the client is at the top of the pyramid because obviously a lot of times a bigger client will just hire a creative director to just do the whole project. So they are the top of the pyramid, but for me, I would tell you that a creative director and a producer really work in tandem. The creative director is working more on the vision and finding a team to get us there, and the producer is working on the very technical day-to-day aspects to make it all happen. The creative director and the producer are going to be in communication with the whole team. It doesn't have to be super strict unless it has to be super strict, but the creative director is going to be working directly with the art director, and the art director is going to be working with a prop stylist and a set designer, and maybe even a few other roles. Are you shooting food? Then you're going to want a food stylist, things like that. The art director is going to take the creative director's vision and execute the aesthetics of it. By that, I mean the hard aesthetics, the stuff that's in front of the camera that's being arranged to execute the overall vision. And then they're going to have their own team. Underneath the creative director and underneath the producer is going to be, hello, me, the photographer. And I'm going to be behind the camera executing the vision of the creative director and the client. And on my team, I'm going to have a photo assistant. And if I'm really, really lucky, I'm going to have a gaff and a grip. There's not always a budget for that, but your gaff and your grip, they are going to be in charge of all of the lighting, all of the equipment. They're going to make sure that everything gets set up where it needs to be. They are experts at what they do. Shout out. These are such specialties. This is such hard work. Every single person that I named, just because this is arranged as a hierarchy, doesn't mean that these skills aren't as valuable as each other on set. Everybody brings their own skill and is incredibly important. So under the producer is going to be a hair and makeup artist and a wardrobe stylist. And of course, there are going to be models if you were using models for your shoot. Maybe you're not, maybe you're shooting product, or maybe you're, the face of the brand as the owner of the brand and you're in front of the camera. It's different for every shoot. But those are often under the producer. If there's no producer, the photographer, to me, I am the producer. I am working with hair and makeup. I am working with wardrobe. I am working with models, and usually coordinating all of that team together. For the creative director, if there's a creative director, if there's no creative director, I am the creative director. Which, to be honest with you, I love that. I actually include that as part of what I do for brands because I really enjoy it. It's invaluable to have creative direction for your photo shoot. You got to have it. If you are a brand and you are looking to execute a concept, you can't do it without a creative director. You need somebody. So if you don't have one, I am your creative director. If you don't have a producer, I am your producer. If you don't have an art director, I am your art director. I've worn a lot of hats over the years. I love them all. I feel grateful for them all. So this is usually how the team for a photo shoot is structured. It's not always this big, or sometimes it's bigger. If you have any specific questions about any of them, I would love to know. Please drop a comment. Let me know if you're confused about anything, if I can make another video, if you want to know more about a specific role, if you want me to interview anybody, I can call some friends in. We can have some fun with this. All right. Thank you for being here. Again, I'm trying to figure out this platform, so if you could subscribe, anything, I would be so grateful. Also, if you are trying to figure out how to look good in front of the camera, I have a posing guide for free in the comments. You can just download it. It's going to break down posing in front of the camera that doesn't feel like posing. You'll feel cute. You'll feel confident. You'll feel like you finally know what you're doing in front of the camera. And my core belief as a photographer is that everybody looks good on camera. Everybody is photogenic. Either you have learned how to look good on camera or you have yet to learn, but it's doable. So I created this guide to make it a step-by-step easy thing that anybody can do, and we make it fun.